couldn't find a better way to start it. It's Airborne Sealife time.
That was a way to start things. A way.
The way.
Hello.
It's our way to start things today.
Exactly.
Apparently.
Welcome to Airborne Sealife, where we talk about all things fun, all things metal, all things rock, goodness, music, basically. I am one of your hosts, as usual, Mr. Yusuf Rashid, joined by Mr. Brendan Sloan, and almost but not a doctor, Manuel Barbara.
Well, if you believe our audience, I am a portly Robin Williams. You are Middle Eastern Neil deGrasse Tyson, and Manuel over there likes to wear jean cutoffs to wrestling practice.
I still
I
don't.
see it.
Anyway,
I see it. I don't know. I can see it. You know what I mean?
like the Middle Eastern Neil deGrasse Tyson thing, spot on. However,
that is
anyway,
funny. That is one of the wildest things I've ever read. Yeah. So we've got more bands to look at today, as usual. And as far as news goes, I think at the time of recording this, the opening ceremony has happened or is happening in Paris for the Summer Olympics, and one of the biggest names in music is at the opening ceremony today. I think I told you guys about this already, but a big name that represents their country. Truly an honor to have them there. Snoop Dogg is a torchbearer for the Olympics this year.
I knew this.
I'm not kidding.
No. I knew this was coming. I knew it was a. I think Manuel laughed because he was a little baited into a very different direction for a second there.
Well, it's Snoop Dogg. Like, what? How can you go wrong with Snoop Dogg?
There's absolutely nothing wrong with Snoop Dogg.
No, but actual news is that for the opening
hold on,
ceremonies,
that is actual news, to be fair.
Well, okay, yeah, that is true. The fact that Snoop Dogg is a torchbearer at the Olympics is kind of sick.
Yeah.
It would be sicker if, like, they augmented the torch into a very different type of thing to light.
So apparently they told him he can't smoke it.
Wait, hold on. No, hold on. I need the context immediately.
I don't know what the actual context is, but apparently
he's not allowed to try? Or
yes,
he does
apparently
not
he was told that he can't try to figure out a way to smoke the Olympic torch.
The fact... that is the most
honestly, if I was running the Olympics, that would be the first thing that I would think of if I hired Snoop Dogg to do anything.
Yeah, basically.
He just takes out a Bic lighter and lights the torch.
Pretty much, yeah. But in actual news, though, well, aside from Snoop Dogg being a torchbearer, Gojira, the French metal band, is going to be performing at the opening ceremonies for the Olympics, which is cool. They get to represent their home country of France. And I don't know the last time a metal band did the opening ceremonies of the Olympics.
Have they ever?
No, I don't
think so.
I think this is a historic first, and it's
because honestly, the only other time I would have taken a guess was any time the Olympics were in the U.S. and like maybe Metallica or someone, but like,
I don't believe that's happened.
Yeah, I don't think that's happened though. Like, no, but that's what I mean though. Is like I'd assume that, right? Like I've. To be honest, I don't think a metal band has ever done. What?
No, I don't actually think it has.
Oh shit! Did Nickelback do the 2010 Olympics?
No, if you believe first off, I'm not even going to give you the satisfaction. And second,
what's wrong with Nickelback?
Give you metal. According to Forbes, Gojira becomes the first metal band to perform at the Olympics. So I think this is literally the first metal band, like, ever to do this. This is a milestone for metal.
That's a momentous occasion.
That's extremely cool. Yeah. And also Gojira is awesome. So
I mean, they're a French band. It's a French. It's in the Olympics are in France. It's kind of a softball.
Don't they live in New York though?
I mean, hold on.
Don't half of them still live in France?
I'm pretty sure at least the brothers live in New York.
The brothers do, yeah. But the other half of the band, I think still occasionally is in France. But man, I can't wait for the Winter Olympics in Italy in a couple of years. And what? Oh my God, Flesh God Apocalypse.
That would be something.
Imagine they got Flesh God Apocalypse to do the opening ceremonies at the Winter Olympics in 2 years.
Yeah,
Or
that would be.
imagine get like a curveball and they get Les Claypool to do it.
Oh, I would.
Is he Italian though?
Doesn't matter.
Does it matter?
That's not the point. He's nowhere. I don't think he's anything remotely close to Italian. I mean, he might be. He might be culturally, but like,
is he from Earth?
No.
Let's start with that one.
Could you imagine if they just hired Les Claypool to get in that position and herald in the Olympic Games?
I would enjoy that more than I can explain to either of you.
I don't know how I'd feel about that, but yeah.
You should feel a warm sensation, a loving presence in your soul for the idea.
A loving Les Claypool in your soul.
Right. Anyway,
Gojira's
playing
we all go forth with Les Claypool's love in our souls.
Oh, God. Okay. On that note,
anyway.
Gojira is going to be playing the opening ceremony, which is a big deal for metal. Really cool to get more, like, it's a good way to get a lot of people watching the opening ceremonies, especially for metalheads. Yeah. Now, I have a question for you guys. So I feel like this is a fun little question we can do. Is it the Winter Olympics?
Oh, hold on. Hold on. We're not done yet. It's not just Gojira. They'll be performing with opera singer Marnia Viati as part of a collaborative performance.
That will probably be really cool.
That's going to be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's going to be very sick. But go on.
Yeah, it's going to be sick. So the Winter Olympics, they announced, are going to be back in the U.S. in 2034, I believe. It's going to be back in Salt Lake City in Utah. If you were to pick one American band to play the opening ceremony, like metal band, who would you pick?
You really had to cut that Primus right at the knees there, I see. Very cool of you. Metal band.
Other than, and we do not count Primus. Sorry.
Ruin everything for me, why don't you? Salt Lake City, huh?
I don't think it has to be necessarily relative to the state of Utah.
I'm trying to think if there are any metal bands of note from Utah.
I'm sure there's like a big one. We just forget that they're from Utah. Like, are there any big Mormon metal bands?
Oh, Chelsea Grin is from Utah, apparently.
Well, then there you go.
Where? From Salt Lake? Or from, like, Provo or something? Like
Salt Lake.
Oh.
Right.
I mean, there you go.
I don't know about Chelsea Grin, but...
I'm trying to think what the American metal band would be these days, because I don't want to say Metallica, because Metallica, like...
Why don't we just throw Mastodon at it?
I feel like we've just kind of moved on.
I'd be so down for Mastodon to play the opening.
Come on. It's so on brand that Mastodon is ready for the cold. It's pretty heavy. It'd be super cool. It'd get people watching the Winter Olympics for like the first time in recorded history. It'd be ready to go. I'd be here for
it. Just get Winter Sun to do it.
I was going to say Winter Sun, but I was like, that's a little too obvious.
What about like... Okay. Look. I'm going to say this because I have to fill the quota of making this joke at least once per show.
Here we go.
Korn.
Actually, that wouldn't be a terrible idea.
I mean, it definitely would be something. Like,
I genuinely, that would actually kind of work.
But then what happens is halfway through their set, Jonathan Davis reveals that he's not actually Jonathan Davis. He pulls off the Jonathan Davis mask, and it is Fred Durst. But for some reason, the rest of the band is still Korn.
So I was figuring this would end in Limp Bizkit somehow. But I wasn't sure how until this very moment.
Dude, they just played in Toronto, and Fred did not dress up in like his dad outfit with like the tracksuit and the fake hair. Like he came out as like 90s Fred Durst with like the tank top and the OG hat, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good.
I mean, I'd watch it.
I'm trying to think of any other like big band right now from the U.S. Like I guess not metal any. Like I'm sure they'd get probably like
I mean,
like a big pop
metal's
star.
been mainstream and not mainstream for on and off for a long time. I feel
Long
like
time,
we're
yeah.
mostly in a not mainstream phase.
Yeah.
There's some like metalcore stuff that's a little more mainstream, but
Yeah.
I mean, the cultural zeitgeist has kind of adopted the phrase. That's pretty metal. So like,
Right.
I
yeah,
think
but like
Yeah. I think too with the US, like it's just harder to gauge on like having a metal band do like an opening ceremony because there's
well,
just
the
so
U.S.
much
is
in the US,
a
like
lot
music
less
wise.
into music generally than
Yeah, then
basically
like
anywhere else in the world.
yeah. Yeah. Um no, I don't want to say that out loud.
What?
let the intrusive
Greta Van
thoughts
Fleet.
win.
Greta Van. That would be more likely than like a metal band.
Then like a metal band, yeah.
Like that's actually
100%.
I would believe that would happen.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so cool for Gojira. They're going to be playing the opening ceremonies. I'm curious to see if they try to do the same thing in Italy in a couple years of having like a well-known Italian metal band or like rock band, probably like
There's
Måneskin or
a
some shit
bunch of
like
cool
that.
ones.
There's a bunch of really good ones. So, yeah,
There
that's
was a
cool
I
from
can't
them.
remember what they were called. They were basically like Italian Symphony X. If anyone in if
Italian Symphony
yeah,
X?
no, it was really good. If anyone remembers what they're called, put it in the comments because I can't remember, and I really like them.
Symphony.
Well,
Oh,
if you know
oh,
it, go ahead and throw it down in the comments.
I guess
Yeah,
so. But yeah, Brendan, what are we doing today?
Well, as always, we kind of drawn on a rather extensive list of recommendations from our longtime, a rather long list of recommendations from one of our subscribers, The Physics. The band we are going to be reacting to today is, I believe, another Japanese band. I believe I'm pronouncing this correctly. Banshimoku is up on deck today, and we're gonna see how we like it. They are described as kind of a punky funk band kind of deal, and that I'm pretty always down for a little punky funk right there. That's kind
yeah.
of a cool idea.
Funky punk's a good time.
Funky Brewster, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's get on our Doc Martens. Let's put on our suspenders, get our hair in some mohawks, and go to Japan. I guess. Let's have some fun. Let me see. Let me see here. Oh yeah, that is definitely distinctly Japanese. Very cool fusiony looking art I'm already seeing. It looks like some kind of old school screensaver. I'm already in for it.
We don't
I'm
have
already
any.
having a good.
We don't have any to look at or just anything.
Oh, we do. We do. Spanky Alien
Spanky
is
Alien.
the recommended entry point.
Alrighty.
Let us hope that there's not a whole lot of spanking in this.
I mean, what's wrong with a?
I make no promises based upon the recommendations of the audience.
Hey, sometimes you just gotta spank that alien.
Sometimes
What?
you just gotta alien
That
that
is-
alien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are ready to go. Let's get this up and rocking here, and we will see how we have a fun time with it. I mean, okay, here we go. This is looking good already. Why don't we get a pause in there? All right. Whoa, we're already like halfway through the song. Look at
like
that.
a little.
I love bass.
I know, right?
Yeah, that is it.
I
They're
love
walking-
bass so much.
They're walking that bass like a dog, man.
Oh man,
This is so far quite the music video. I don't even know where to start here.
Yeah, I've noticed there's a whole bunch of Japanese bass players who go really hard on that really like fast slap style.
Yeah, it sounds good though. Like that's the thing. Like it sounds really good.
I don't remember her name. I saw it was a bass player who was touring with Marty Friedman.
Okay.
Well, like 7 years ago, 8 years ago, something like that. Same deal. It was great.
Yeah, no, that is cool. I mean, like, it sounds... I really like the sound of the drums. I don't know what it is. Just, like, that slightly compressed, but just, like, papery.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
It's very bouncy.
Very bouncy.
Very, very bouncy kind of tone.
Well, I think this is a song where, like, I think this is a band that, in addition to, like, audibly, you really should experience visually. It's becoming evident. Like, there is a very distinct style that they want to... that they really want to like evoke here. Like there's a lot of like classic kind of pop science fiction-y kind of elements. There's like a lot of foil going on here. Like this is a band that I'm sensing needs to be experienced with multiple senses instead of just audibly. You know what I mean?
I would already love to see these guys live.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun so far.
Yeah.
Like for me, like the bass so far is like the star of the show already.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. I mean, I love bass just in general, which is funny because I don't play it. But he says, staring at his bass.
Bass is fun.
Staring longingly, neglectfully.
I call myself a bass owner. Sometimes you can't afford to pay a bass player, but
yeah.
All I'm saying is that it sounds like there could be a romance novel between Manuel and the unrequited love for his bass.
I mean, that thing is a boat anchor. I don't know about unrequited. More just
no, we literally call it the boat anchor.
Huge.
That is the joke.
Yeah. You could probably kill someone with it.
Probably would recommend it.
It like this thing weighs like 15 pounds.
Oh man!
Like it's just half a maple tree with strings nailed to it.
That's pretty fantastic.
Oh, it sounds great though.
Sound great. But yeah, I like the. Okay, so I want to talk about the video for a sec because it feels like something out of like a Talking Heads video.
Yeah,
it feels like a Talking Heads video.
Kind of like. It definitely feels like from that kind of time period, at least. Like, there's definitely a very distinctive retro vibe to this. Like, I don't really know how to explain it. There's just some kind of like, I can almost see this in like the beginning of some kind of like 70s kind of spy cop show thing or something. I'm not really sure how to like evoke it. Like, there almost feels like a bit of like a very experimental or almost not necessarily avant-garde, but like, I don't know how to really quantify. Like, there's very distinctive kind of retro vibe to this kind of band already.
I get what you mean. It's like kind of like 80s retro. Yeah. So I got that 80s retro vibe. Should we keep going?
Well, yeah, let's see where this goes.
Let me just... Oh.
ペガサツのがないユニコーン77年後の体は物騒なものばかり便利の慣れの果ては狂気でしかない宇宙人それらしいエイリアンがたち食べられたこれ音楽流していたいのに宇宙人それらしいエイリアンがたちを食べ
Okay.
You know,
My,
those vocals have a bit of a lounge singer thing going on.
yeah, you know what? Like, I think I'm picking up what you're putting down because, like, there is something very distinctive. There's just something very distinctive about this, where it's like it's very jazzy. Like, there's clearly a very kind of jazzy influence into this band.
I
Um,
don't.
it's definitely very much not the norm of what we have been
I don't
experiencing.
know if
I
I'd
don't know
refer
if
to it as jazzy.
I don't know if
Jazzy's
jazz is
not
the
the
right
word. There's a
word.
shuffle to it,
Well,
though.
not jazz in like the genre, but like kind of like this upbeat, kind of
Yeah, but
exciting,
that if
almost.
you there's sorry to interrupt you, Brendan, but like something I
Please.
always think about, like hearing this reminds me of a lot of like there's a certain style of like upbeat rock that a lot of anime themes had in like the late 90s, early
Hmm.
2000s. And that's all what I'm like. I'm hearing this and just thinking about like all that. Like you just the problem with the word jazzy, and I don't know how this is going to sound coming out of my mouth, but the problem I have with the word jazzy is what does that actually like entail, right?
Hmm.
Like, does it swing? Is it like shuffly? Does it like have like a certain thematic motif to it, like things like that, right? So anytime I hear like, does it have horns? You know, people say that as well, but I kind of get where you're going, but I think like we can probably move out the word jazzy and bring it. It's like it's very upbeat. Like it's very upbeat. It's very like 90s rock. Yeah,
Lively. I will
yeah,
supplement the word
Yeah,
lively is a good word.
lively.
but it also has that kind of like I don't know, a really greasy lounge singer
Kind
vocal
of, yeah.
thing.
No,
You know what I'm talking
yeah,
about,
I
Yusuf?
get what you mean there. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Is there anything we want to revisit quickly in the song, or
I vote for let's try out the next one.
Yeah, let's get another one going. I think we need more of a sample size of everything. I'm also trying. There doesn't seem to be a Wikipedia page or anything for this band. I think. I believe that again. Please do. Okay, according to Facebook, it says that the lead singer's name is Chiga Shion. I believe this is. It says Banshimoku formed in Tokyo in 2020. There's not a whole lot of other details I'm finding on it, but I will do better research in the beginning next time.
All right.
I try to keep it as neutral as I can. Great vocalist though, like really enjoying the vibe of this band so far. It's different than what we usually get, like in a
Hmm.
very very good way.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. It's good fun.
Like the vibe goes from like the normal destroying things that we get to more of a chase scene in my mind, and I'm really here for that kind of deal.
Hmm.
Like a
Yeah,
loop in the third.
I could see this as in like one of those a chase scene in like Cowboy Bebop where the ships are chasing each other, something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the soul of my that's the crux of my whole position here.
good stuff. You wanna
yeah? I'm looking
hook
for
us up with
another.
the next one?
I'm looking for something. Are we don't have any other recommendations, do
Fix
we?
it, Yusuf.
Hold
Fix it
on,
now.
I have it solved. Don't worry. I was gonna say though, um, with the video with all the aliens running around, may or may not have reminded me of the video for Terraformer. You know when the aliens are probing south. Oh god.
Mhm.
Oh lord, that band. Okay. There's no other song recommendations we have for this band, do we? Or are we just gonna go in random?
That was
That
the
was the
one. That was
one.
just said that was the entry point.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
just
We're gonna
pick something for us
go
and
Slap it
with
down. Let
slap it
fate
down
decide.
I'm
and
just looking at like
yeah, what he said.
here's the problem is most of their titles are in Japanese. So I'm gonna have to
Google
I
Translate.
don't have time
Google
to do that. I don't get paid
Translate.
enough to Google Translate.
You don't get paid at all.
No, I don't. All right, this works. Okay, can we all see that?
All right, I can see
Excellent.
this.
Just...
According to this, it says Killer Muddy Greed.
Yes, it does. Now I just need to make sure that... Oh, no. Whoop. I'm going to end this anyway. It's fine. Oh, my God. You know what I hate about screen sharing is that formatting sometimes for YouTube videos just gets completely messed up, and I never understand why. But it's okay.
This and all of life's problems can, in fact, be solved by Google Translate.
Sure.
Praise be to Google. Ooh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. All right. So right off the bat, like I mean this in a good way. It is more of the same. Like there's a clear evocation of like a very older kind of style of doing things. Like this reminds me almost of like an older Black Sabbath music video where you would have like like all the effects of you having like an after image of yourself.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm talking about though. Like there's clearly like a harkening back to the days of yore of music with this band, and like I'm kind of really here for it. Like I really love. I'm not going to use the word jazzy. I've learned my lesson. I won't be hung out to dry today, sir. But there's just something like there's an attitude, or like, oh, I really love the attitude of this band.
Yeah, no, it's got some good old punky fun going on in there.
Like punky is literally the only real descriptor. Like it's this punky kind of fusion experience, and like everything from like the sideways like drum setup to like the after image thing to the walls of speakers. It's just I'm really in love with the aesthetic here, man. This is like an attitude of a bygone age of music.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
Would we say almost improvisational? What is our takeaway so far?
Definitely not improvisational.
Feels super improvisational. No. It just feels
punk.
It feels
it's
fun,
just moxie.
You know?
It's just nothing but moxie. You know, yeah.
Good time.
Because like the thing
very
is
good
with,
time.
If improvisational wouldn't, I don't think would be a good word to use because it doesn't feel like there's any moments of that. You know, like a lot of that's used in like avant-garde music, which is fair, but this is not really avant-garde. This is just fucking. It's almost punk rock, but is punk rock.
I mean, it straight up is punk rock.
Yeah, exactly. So,
but no, it's a good time. It's a very good time. It's chase scene music. That's what it is.
It really is, and isn't it just punk rock to not let it be defined by any specific label? Because like they don't need you to tell you what they are. They already know what they are, and they're just gonna keep kicking the door down just to be like seen, man.
Yeah.
No, big fan. It's great stuff. It's it's just so much fun.
Let's keep going. Okay. Okay,
That do in fact be the good stuff.
That do in fact be the good
there's something
stuff.
I do want to talk about, and that is
Please.
how many instrument changes there were in that video. I've never seen so many.
Wait, what?
Yeah, like you know what I'm yeah. Like that was.
I was taking it by spectacle. Like there was changes going on.
It's not subtle, but like you don't pay attention to it if you don't realize like the gear side of it. It's like Manuel and I are fucking gear nerds about this shit, and like at some point, like the bass player is using a fucking Fender P bass, and then the next thing you know, he's got a V, and I'm like, where did that come from?
Wow,
the
wild.
vocalist was using a Telly, which like I couldn't figure out what kind of Telly that was, and then switched to what looked like a Jazzmaster, and I was like, ooh, yeah, a lot of fun little instrument changes. You don't see that often in music videos, like that many switch arounds. You know?
Yeah.
Like, I think for me, I thought of another way. This is like the band in like a high school drama or something where like you're really rooting for them to do well. This is like your cool local band that finally blew up, and like they're just doing their thing out there in the wild there, and people are into it.
Yeah.
No, totally.
That was fun. No, like things like that. The video, so like I said with the last video, was that like it was something like a Talking Heads, like David Byrne kind of thing. Have either of you seen the movie Scott Pilgrim versus the World?
I have.
There's a lot of the aesthetic of this kind of reminds me of a lot of the aesthetic from Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Like whenever Sex Bomb plays, it's that kind of like sort of indie alt aesthetic, and they're playing with still like punk rocky influences. Yeah.
Like this is the quintessential. We're gonna do our own thing, whether you like it or not, and like. At the end of the day, like I think there's, especially with like the drumming, it's not like the most complex drumming. It's like a simple kind of keeping the beat kind of deal. But this is all attitude. Like it's just hard to quantify. We're like, it's like I think it embodies in the sentence like I don't know art, but I know what I like, and I like this.
I mean, obviously to each their own, but like it's cool the way that like I want to know who directed this video. Just I don't know if we could find that out, but just like the way the video is directed is so simple yet so intriguing. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There's just like this hard to quantify X factor in this band.
Yeah.
I don't really know what to attribute to it.
I'm not going to make a joke.
Like I haven't felt this way like about a band in a while. Like there's just some kind of like introspection that it left me with at the end of it. And
for me, sometimes you run into a band that's just fun, you know, and like I don't know, just bands that are just a good time and nothing else. This just feels like one of those.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, sometimes it's all you need.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's the thing at the end of the day. Like it's fun, right? There's nothing super technical, which is good because fun doesn't always have to be technical. You know.
I mean, people still play tic-tac-toe to the
Well,
end
some
of
of that bass playing was pretty.
That
Oh yeah, the bass
I
playing.
wanna. Yeah,
That's-
no, that bass player kills. Like he sounds great. Like
Yeah.
that whole. It's so interesting because like as I've been playing more bass, either like doing my own thing or with that metal band that Manuel and I are both in. Well, to be fair, I don't
What?
use my hand, or I don't use my thumb in that band. I use a pick, for God's sake. But the whole like I don't know how to explain this, but like the whole, I'm gonna put my hand to the camera right here, like the thumb technique that a lot of bass players are using now, right? Like it's kind of a mix of these two fingers, so it's a lot of like plucking and strumming essentially with your thumb, and then plucking with the index, that kind of thing. And being able to get that like really short sound is not difficult to do, but like it's hard to keep it consistent, especially when you're playing fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's cool.
Yeah, I mean it's all wrist action.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I don't know, it's cool. Drums sound
Well,
good.
yeah, no, we like it.
Yes.
We like it.
We here at Airborne Sealife enjoy Banshimoku. Like that, there's not much else to say
No,
about it.
I don't
Like
think so.
good band is
Good
good,
band.
and I will definitely be listening to them again.
There's a lot of bands you got to be listened to.
What do we think? Is there anything else to really say about it? Do we want another song? What are we
I
doing?
think we're good on 2. 2 keeps it nice and short.
Yeah, I think we're good on
I think
2.
we're good with 2.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
We didn't like it that much.
Wow.
Wow, what a dick.
I'll have you know.
Anyway.
This is why we do not have nice
It's
things.
so much fun exploring.
Some.
It's fun exploring bands from like not the Americas, because you get to hear what other things are like, and it's good because you're like, ooh, this is cool, or ooh, this is not the prototypical American way, or in my case, ooh, a band that's not from the state of New Jersey.
Well, we'll come back around eventually.
I feel like he took some satisfaction in that idea, just a little.
There's a surprising number of bands here.
I know. I know.
We'll get back.
Did you hear Bruce Springsteen just became a billionaire?
No.
Yeah.
But all right.
Isn't he from Jersey?
I believe you.
Is he from Jersey?
He's from Jersey.
He's like the unofficial emperor of New Jersey.
I thought that was Bon Jovi.
He's more like the Archduke of New Jersey.
Yes, correct. Yeah, the Stone Pony is about an hour from us.
Oh, okay.
It really is.
Yeah. No, it's fun exploring more bands. Like, we've covered The Warning, like a lot of bands from Japan now, but yeah.
But really, also, Yusuf, what is Japan but the New Jersey of Asia?
How is it the New Jersey of Asia?
I too would like the answer to this
now
question.
We need to
hold on. I've got something.
I'm waiting.
Next week on Airborne Sealife.
Next week on Airborne Sealife, we have another recommendation in the form of Maximum the Hormone. And if you would also like to make a recommendation for us to react to, go ahead and drop it in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe. And if you specifically would like to maybe get your band on Airborne Sealife, go ahead and send us an email at airbornesealife@gmail.com. We'll put that in the doobly-doo below. If all of that, I guess that we've been Airborne Sealife, and we are not lizards in human skin.
You don't know that.
Definitely. No, we're not. Definitely not. Absolutely. Who would say that? Brendan, why would you say that?